Have you ever wondered how some businesses seem to have a secret formula for success? Well, I can tell you. It's not magic. It's a playbook. And we're about to break down the 7 essential steps for building a sustainable growth strategy that you can use for your own business. You know, this is the question that keeps every entrepreneur up at night. You see one company just take off, it skyrockets, while another, with what looks like an identical product, just sputters out. The difference? It's almost never luck or timing. It really comes down to just one thing. And the answer is strategy. You see, sustainable, long-term growth is never an accident. It's the result of a deliberate, well-thought-out, and consistently executed plan, a playbook. And today, we're going to build one together. So before we can even get into the 7 steps, we have to get on the same page about one core idea. Growth is not accidental. It is intentional. It's about finding that single biggest bottleneck in your business. You know, the one thing that's holding you back, and then focusing all your energy on smashing through it. That's the mindset behind this entire playbook. So here it is, the 7-point playbook. We're going to start by looking inward to really define your business's core identity. That's your value proposition and ideal customer. Then we'll get practical and talk about how you measure success with key indicators and revenue streams. And finally, we'll look outward at your competition, your unique strengths, and maybe your most important asset, your talent. So let's jump in. All right, the first part is all about defining your core identity. Because let's face it, before you can figure out where you're going, you have to be absolutely crystal clear on who you are. And that journey always starts with your value proposition. Everything starts right here, with your value proposition. This is your promise to your customer. It's the answer to that simple but critical question, why should I buy from you and not your competitor? If you can't answer that in a heartbeat, your customers won't be able to either. Just look at these 2 examples. Whole Foods. They don't even try to compete on price. They compete on authority. They position themselves as the definitive place for healthy, organic food. And then you have Walmart, which does the exact opposite. They compete on price above all else. Both of these companies are massively successful. Why? Because they each have a crystal clear, unwavering value proposition. And that leads us perfectly into the next piece of this puzzle. Once that value proposition is clear, you can identify your ideal customer. Look, you can't be everything to everyone, so who is the exact person you are built to serve? Defining this person focuses all of your marketing, all of your product development, and honestly, it makes every single decision you make simpler and way more effective. Okay, so you've defined who you are and who you're for. Now it's time to measure what actually matters. See, growth isn't about gut feelings, it's about data. You need objective metrics to know if your strategy is actually working. So here's the bottom line. If you can't measure change, you have no way of knowing if it's working. It's that simple. You've got to identify the specific key indicators, the metrics that truly drive growth for your business, and focus your time and money there. Otherwise, you're just guessing. And this is a really, really critical warning. Proper measurement means proper testing. You can't just, launch a new feature and then check to see if sales went up next month. There are way too many other factors that could be at play. You have to conduct real, controlled tests to know what's truly making a difference. Now, this whole data-driven approach leads us directly to verifying your revenue streams. You have to understand exactly where your money is coming from, whether those sources are actually sustainable, and where new opportunities might be hiding. And you have to be brutally honest with yourself. Some really cool products are just not profitable businesses. Your data is what will tell you the difference. So far, we've been really focused inward, on your identity and your data. Now it's time to look out. It's time to understand your competition so you can sharpen your own edge. Think of your competitors as a gold mine of information. They are almost certainly doing something very, very well that you might be struggling with. So instead of just seeing them as rivals, view them as a lesson. Study why they've made different choices. Don't just dismiss them out of hand. Learn from them. Honestly, this is a quote that should be framed on every single founder's wall. Humility is a strategic advantage. Assuming you know better without doing the homework is one of the fastest ways to fail. You've got to stay curious and be willing to learn from anyone, especially your competition. Understanding your competition is what helps you focus on your own strengths. Instead of trying to beat them at their own game, you double down on what makes you unique. And what's your most unique, most powerful advantage? It's your team. This brings us to the final core step of the playbook. You have to invest in talent. So how do you do it? Well, you hire people who are genuinely inspired and motivated by your value proposition. The advice here is pretty potent. Be cheap with office chairs and holiday parties, but invest heavily in a small number of exceptional people and pay them exceptionally well. Because at the end of the day, they are your ultimate competitive advantage.
Okay, we've walked through all the steps, defining your identity, measuring what truly matters, and sharpening that competitive edge by focusing on your unique strengths and, of course, your team. Now it's time to bring it all together.
And this right here might be the most important rule of all. You can learn from other people, but you cannot just copy them. Your business, your customers, your market, they're all unique. A one-size-fits-all plan is basically a plan to fail. Your strategy has to be tailored specifically to you. Now, your custom plan will probably fall into one of these 4 classic strategies. Are you going to try to penetrate deeper into the market you're already in? Or maybe develop a whole new one? Are you building a brand new product for your loyal customers? Or are you going to diversify completely? Now, these aren't rigid rules, they're starting points. The right one for you depends entirely on what you learned in those first few steps. Ultimately, the right path forward is always revealed by your data. Your key indicators and your revenue streams, all that stuff we talked about earlier, that's what will guide your strategic decisions. That data is what will help you understand your business's unique nuances, and it will lead you almost naturally toward real sustainable growth. And that's the playbook, the 7 steps to building a real strategy for sustainable growth. But remember, this isn't some static document you write once and put in a drawer. It's a living process. It's about constant learning, measuring, and adapting. Your playbook is never really finished. So the only question left is, what will you learn next?